What's up, guys? We're back. We missed the weekly upload schedule, but I've been really busy with some other things. But if you look at the chart here, our investments have done really well, especially the gallery case and everything inside it. As you might know, Valve announced they're removing the gallery case sometime soon. They said last chance to stock up on gallery cases. We don't exactly know what that means, but usually they put out these types of messages before a major sticker sale ends, and that happens usually about like 5 to 7 days before. So gallery case could be removed as soon as 4 days. So this might be a good time to stock up on gallery cases if you haven't pulled the trigger yet. In other news, everything inside the gallery case has also done really well. As you can see, for example, this AK Outsiders, right now the factory new ones are going for about 150, and this one is actually mine. I listed it. It's really low float, so these are going for about 180. As you can see, I picked them up for like $45, $50, and I'm even keeping this $50 one and only selling this one. So as you can see, this is like a 3 or 3.5 times, 3x, 3.5x. And also the Vaporwave. I also picked up a Vaporwave before. I picked this one up, let's see, back in about a month ago. I think this basically doubled, a little bit more than double. I won't be selling this since because I only have one. But as you can see, if you follow the methodology, if you follow the advice basically I've been handing out, buy armory stuff, it's going to get discontinued. Valve is obviously going to discontinue it to keep up the armory hype. That's how they make their money. It's basic rationale. Don't listen to the people who are saying that the armory is just going to be the in-store. It's going to be the new version of the in-store store that that never gets rotated. That is basically like a permanent supply faucet. The armory is not like that. This is Valve's new moneymaker. They're definitely going to be rotating everything out. If you remember what I said, I think I said that pretty much everything added in the first generation armory update, basically everything added last October. I said I predicted that almost everything was going to be rotated out by March 2026, and it looks like I'm on track to be right with that. So basically, all of my armory investments have done really well. Last night I sold off some of them just to like make back some of the money. I sold like a couple thousand gallery cases. I got like $1.3 per, and I bought these for like 52, 58, so, somewhere around that range. So it's a almost 3x, and this happened within weeks. So it's like, where else? Who's giving you advice like this? This is why you follow this channel for great advice that basically triples your money within like 3 weeks of me posting that. So yeah, stay tuned for more advice. As you can see, I also have like 5 of these minimal wear AK Outsiders. I picked them up basically for like 12 bucks way back then. Like not even way back then, what am I even saying? Like, basically like a month ago, I picked them up for 12 bucks. Now they're worth all about like 40 bucks. So I assume they'll sell at 40 or maybe a little bit lower. But anyways, also another 3.5x. I did pick up this blue phosphor, but it's not an investment, it's just a play skin. I played with it a little bit and now I'm selling it back. I was also picking up these stickers for like 9 bucks on Halo skins, and now I'm selling them for 15.5. A lot have already sold, so it's not just a paper number. And I am like, this was one of my big mistakes for investing. If you remember, I said I got all of these for a good deal. Well, I got them for like 9 bucks on this Hailskins mass buy back when they were worth like 11 bucks on float, and I thought it was a great deal. But these have actually been like sort of like a bad investment. Like back when I bought these like 3 months ago. I could have done better, but I'll take 1.5x any day. Also selling off some of these. These have actually 2x. I got them each for like 5 bucks. These stickers, if you remember, I was saying I only pick up these stickers for under 80 cents. Now I'm selling them for $1.33. The reason these stickers haven't really exploded in price, like the character craft stickers, is because these ones aren't being removed right now. And people are worried that because we know these stickers will eventually get removed, because obviously the character craft stickers are being removed, so the elemental crafts will eventually get removed as well. But we have a lot more forewarning So people are going to be stocking up on these for investments. So the supply of these are going to be much higher than the character craft stickers. And unfortunately, most of my armory sticker investments have been these elemental stickers because they're just like, they're way better looking. But I do have a sizable investment in the character craft stickers, and I'll show you some of them right now. Oh yeah, as you can see, I picked up a bunch of like random skins that were in the gallery case on Trade It. Like I picked these up like about a month ago. These Sabai Oni factory news. I think they're going for a lot more now. Let's see. Yup, it looks like they're going for like about $8, maybe $9. Yeah, there's only a couple cheap ones, and most are like $9 or more. And I have like two dozen of these. So I have some in my Trade It inventory. I also have like a dozen or more in my other accounts. This is also a gallery case skin. I have a few factory new versions of this skin. As you can see, I do have some stickers for the character craft, not that many. I have a bunch of the other, the really popular ones though. As you can see, I have 33 of these Taste Bud hollows. I bought these for like really cheap, probably like under $4. But I do wish I made a bigger investment in the character craft stickers. If you remember my first armory video, I think I even said that the character craft stickers had a higher chance of being removed. But unfortunately, I didn't, follow my advice as well as I should have, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, imagine I had about like 200 of these. Imagine instead of spending like 2K on this, I spent 2K on these, which I thought had a better chance of being removed. I basically had a bunch of buy orders on the Steam market that were like lowballing this, like for a couple of weeks. So I do have some of these, but not nearly as many as I would like. And previously, I had about 11,000 gallery cases. Last night, I sold off about like 2.5K. That makes up like, it almost makes up my entire investment actually, because I got really good prices. I first heard that the gallery case was removed when I was scrolling Reddit at work. I managed to sell off like 500 on the Steam market for like $2.50. Then I sold the rest on float for $1.30 or $1.35, something like that. You might remember my borderless sticker investments. They have also been really doing well, but that's sort of like I sort of warned you guys from not investing in it because of the risk. In my like the risk paid off. Everything that has done really well, even Paris. But the risk to reward, in my opinion, was not worth it because there was much better investments, like say the gallery case and like everything inside and all the armory stuff basically. That's why I was warning you guys from following my steps and making the same investment. Even though it worked out, I don't think it was a good move on my part. I could have put that same amount of money into the armory stuff and had much less risk and made basically the similar amount of money. However, the stickers did do well. I think the Legends capsules, I sold them all. I bought them for $2 and I sold them all for like $5 to $10 on the Steam market. And then the other stickers capsules I'm still holding, especially my Paris capsules. I got these for like 7 cents, and then these Legends ones were like 9 and 10 cents. And I think like these are gonna be a good long term hold. Maybe in the next like 2 3 years, these might reach like 30 cents, 40 cents. Because we are going through the capsules. Paris stickers, say what you will about them, they do look good. So I believe as long as the game is popular, people are playing it, people will be unboxing these capsules to apply the stickers, which are good. And that is unless, of course, Valve releases borderless stickers again, then we're truly fucked. One thing I did do is I picked up some of these Mirage souvenir packages. I got them for like two bucks. And the way I see it is there's a good chance that Mirage is removed in the next map rotation. It might be minus Mirage and plus Cash or Cobblestone. And if that does happen, I think these will probably go up like twice, 2x right away. And either way, like the Mirage collection is really popular. So I think these are like a very safe investment. I don't see these going down. I also picked up a bunch of these Paris hollows that were cheap. My rationality on this is that basically we all know that Paris stickers have a really high supply, so people are reluctant to invest in them. However, you can see that Stockholm hollows are pumping, right? So I was thinking The Stockholm hollows, although the capsules sold a lot less than Paris capsules, the chance of getting a hollow in Stockholm is actually 5 times higher than Paris. As you can see, the chance of getting a hollow in Stockholm is about 1 in 6.24, whereas for Paris, it's 1 in 31.2. So although Paris capsules sold a lot more, there's actually a less Paris hollow stickers individually, like than Stockholm stickers. So that's why I think Paris hollows, some of them are really undervalued. So I picked up a bunch of them, but then before I could pick up all the ones I wanted, the prices started pumping, so I basically stopped. But I don't know, like my rationale here, I think is sound, and you might want to still pick these up even though the prices have pumped a little bit. If you recall, I stopped buying the gallery case because it went too much over like 60 cents. Originally, I was buying them for 54 to 58 cents, and I thought that was a fair price with basically zero risk. But then it started going to like 63 cents, and I was too much of a cheapskate, and I stopped buying. But as you can see, in hindsight, that was a terrible decision. I was just basically refusing to take up a little bit more risk by paying a slightly higher price, and I left a lot of returns on the table. Like I had 11K gallery cases, I could have had 20K. So basically, even though the Paris hollows have pumped a little bit, it might still be a great investment. So if you're looking to invest in stickers and you want to deploy money really fast, I would actually invest in Paris hollows instead of the Paris capsules because the capsule supply is really high, but the hollow supply is actually lower than Stockholm. So that's a tip that no one else will give you. Oh, and my biggest investment in the past 10 days or so, where I have not made a video, is actually the Snakebite cases. So let's discuss why I made these. So if we go to CS Donks, my website, which tracks case supplies and unboxings over time, you guys should check it out if you haven't. We can see the Snakebite has the fourth highest supply. However, if we compare this to the clutch case and the danger zone case, these are both priced a lot higher. Like the clutch case is almost $1, the danger zone is $1.50, I believe, whereas the Snakebite is about 60 cents on third-party sites. So relative to the danger zone and clutch case, the Snakebite is a much better investment. It even has better unboxings than both of these, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it has better unboxings than both of those and a lower supply. So I believe the Snakebite case and the fact that it is the cheapest rare case, I believe a lot of investment money is just pouring into the Snakebite. So I think over time, the Snakebite will outperform the clutch and the danger zone, and it will just be like a top performing rare case in general. So it was like a good place to park my money. And the reason I should have like the reason I sought out the Snakebite case, the reason I was looking for alternative investment was because I saw the gallery case crossing like 63 cents, going to like 65, and I was like, I'm not paying this. I was paying 55 cents for it a couple weeks ago. Well, look at me now. That was really stupid. I should have just bought more gallery cases instead of the Snakebite. But I still believe in the long term, the Snakebite will be a good investment. So you might be wondering, what is my advice on the gallery case? If you had bought before, should you keep holding? Should you buy now? I think I think the gallery case is going to be removed very soon, maybe within a week. Hopefully Valve is not fucking with us and they don't drag this out for a month. That would be really like it would suck if they gave the warning to get the gallery cases more than a month in advance. Because that would just mean the supply when the case is discontinued is going to be a lot higher than it needs to be. But I will assume that the gallery case is removed in a week. But like that is a big assumption though, so you guys should take that with a big grain of salt. If the gallery case is removed within a week, I think it is still going to be a really good investment because at the end of the day, there is only a certain amount of stars that the Chinese bot farmers can earn every week. And all of those stars, they have to be allocated with for all the armory collections. So let's say something like 100, like we'll just put like a random number out of the ether. Let's just say we have 100 stars that our bot farm is making. Right now, the gallery case has the highest ROI, we will be pouring like 75% of those stars into the gallery case. But as you can see, tons of stuff have really high ROIs. So it's going to be like not all the stars are going to go into the gallery case, and there is a constraint on how many stars our bot farm can earn every day. So even if the gallery case, even though we did get a warning, the gallery case supply is still going to be pretty low in my opinion. Oh, speaking of everything being removed, I do have like minimal investment in the graphic design collection. I sort of like I even said this. I think I believe in the first Armory video, I said the graphic design collection had the highest chance of being removed, and what do you know? I'm right. But once again, I didn't follow my own advice as well as I should have. My investment into the graphic design collection was a lot less than my investment in the Overpass and Sports and Field collection. And that's just because I think the skins just look pretty shitty. Like I was thinking, oh, I should pick up this op, but I was like, I'm never gonna play with it, so I didn't pick it up. I think I have this skin. I have like two or three of these. Actually have a bunch of these AKs. I probably have like 30 or 40 of these AKs. I stand corrected. I only have one of the CZs. It also looks like I only have 10 of the crossfade factory news, but I am wondering if like Skin Ledger is glitching out a little bit because sometimes it does that. I remember getting like a few dozen of the crossfades, but in minimal wear and other conditions. So I'm pretty confident I have like a couple dozen of the crossfades in lower conditions. But still, my investment in the collection is overall pretty minimal. So I'm kind of disappointed on that. Even though I sort of predicted it, I didn't follow my own advice. If we scroll through, you can see I just picked up a bunch of like random like filler. I guess you could call them filler skins from the gallery case, and some from like the overpass collection as well. A lot of these like random stickers. I picked these up like a month ago, back when things were cheap. And I didn't mention it in the videos because I didn't really think they weren't a significant part of my investment portfolio, but I guess I should have mentioned them because they have done really well. Like all these prices you see here, these are the prices I paid for, and these are not the prices you can get them at right now. And you might be wondering why I use Trade It because like the prices here are usually pretty ass, but this was back before I had like a dozen alts, so I was really limited by the 1,000 limit trading limit. So I was basically using sites like Tradeit and Bitskins that have like internal bot inventories. So you can buy whatever you buy, it just goes into the internal inventory instead of your inventory. So you're able to buy more than 1,000 a week. As you can see, I have quite a bit of items in my Bitskins inventory as well. Like I said, I was picking up some of these stickers, some Mirage packages. Oh, Horizon case, I actually wanted to talk about this. I think the Horizon case is a great investment. And oh yeah, the Falcon case, which I recommended before, which I was buying at 145, has done really well. For some reason, the picture is not loading, but I also bought a ton of shadow cases on Bitskins for like $1.50 each, and these have done really well. And I didn't really talk about them in a video, but if you use my site, you can see that the supply for it was pretty low compared to other rare cases, so it just looked like a good buy and has some nice skins like the frontside Misty. So basically, like if you don't want to depend on the videos, you can just use the site yourself and look for good investment opportunities. I believe these shadow cases are worth like $2 now each. So that's like 33% gains for a rare case. So that's really good for a safe investment. Yeah, it looks like it's even better. It's about like $2.20. So it performed like remarkably well, like 50% gains within weeks, like a couple weeks of me buying it. That's great. I believe the shadow case is should be worth more than the sorry, if I believe the Falcon case should be worth more than the shadow case because if you look at the numbers, they're very similar in terms of the supply and unboxing rate. However, the Falchion case actually has like a slightly higher unboxing rate, and it has the better items too. In my opinion, I think the Falchion knives are infinitely better than the Shadow daggers, and the Falchion case also has better skins in my opinion. So If the shadow case is doing well, I believe the falchion case should match or exceed it. Now let's talk about the horizon case. I picked up a few hundred of these. I have some on my Bitskins inventory and also in my skin ledger. I can show you. All right, for some reason, Skin Ledger is not loading it. Let me try to find it some other way. Yeah, as you can see, I have like 400 of the Horizon cases in my accounts. I have like 100 on Bitskins, so I have like 500 of these. I also picked these up in the intervening period between the videos. And the rationale for this is if you look at the current supply for a rare case, 26 million, very low. Extinction projection, this is one of the lowest, I believe. Let me go and check. Yep. It looks like it's the seventh lowest extinction rate. But what really stood out to me was the total dropped and unboxed. Look at this. It's only 70 million. If you compare this to the other rare cases, you'll see that this is a pretty low number in all, like, unless you compare it to like the really early cases like the Chroma case. 70 million is really low. And the vast majority have been unboxed, only 26 million remaining. I believe of the cheap rare cases, so cheap rare cases as in under $2, I believe the Horizon is going for like $1.70 on float. I believe the Horizon case is one of the best investments. If the world was sane, the Horizon would be a better investment than the Snakebites actually. But because the Snakebites are priced cheaper, people are like, there's like a psychological edge. People think 60 cents, it's easier to like 2x or 3x, even though in reality, we should just be concerned with the market cap. But since people can't see the market cap of the cases, they just look at the price. So I think this is like an investment on par with the Snakebite cases. I think you will do very well in the long term, but the Snakebite cases might outperform it. But the advantage with the Horizon cases is that they're expensive, so you can get a lot more of them at once. You can get like a bigger exposure if you only have like a few Steam accounts, or like if you only have one Steam account like a normal person. Anyways, I think I rambled a lot today. I went over some of the stuff I invested in the past 10 days, mostly Horizon case, like 4,000 Snakebite cases. And then I also went over a lot of my past investments and how they have performed really well. I think over the past 3 or so weeks that I have had this account, I've given out really good advice. Like if you had followed the advice from my videos, the armor investment, like the stuff I was buying, the gallery cases, you would have done really well. You could have like tripled or quadrupled your money within 3 weeks. So I think, I think that's worth a sub. That's worth a like. Maybe share the videos